First day lessons can be sometimes a little daunting because you need to talk about procedures and rules and seating charts and things, but you also want to get a little bit of music going in there and bring the joy of music to your students right away. So today we're going to be talking about some really fun, easy, quick lesson ideas to do on the first day with your lower elementary classes. Hey guys, if you are new around here, my name is Jessie. I am an elementary music teacher, and here on this channel I love to share ideas to help you with organization, lesson planning, modern lesson ideas, and ukulele. So let's get into it. The very first thing that I do to hook especially my kindergartners is I sing them a welcome song when they come in. And I always see the little smiles because I use my baritone ukulele. And you guys, if you don't have one and you cannot play guitar, this is it. I cannot play guitar for the life of me, but I can play this because this is the last 4 strings on a guitar. So it has a very guitar-like sound, but it's still an ukulele. It's still the same chord patterns. So I hook them by singing my welcome song. And my welcome song is actually by my dad. He used to teach Bible school to 1st grade, and he made a little welcome song for them, and it just is so adorable, so cute. I just kind of took it and kind of modified it, took out some religious parts, and that's what I sing to my students. So here it is. I go, woke up this morning, combed my hair and brushed my teeth. From my face, I wiped away a little drool. Got in the car, headed down the road. I was feeling cool, cause I knew I'd see my friends here at school. And then what I'll do is I'll sing hello to certain people. I'll say, okay, like, who do we see when you get into your classroom? Oh, it's your teacher. And I saw Mrs. So-and-so. And I would say, hi, Mrs. So-and-so. And then I'll say, oh, wait, who do you see now? What's my name? Oh, you see Mrs. Powell. Hi, Mrs. Powell. And then we just talk about other people, other adults that we see in the school, and we say hi to them, we just pretend. And then the ending of the song goes like this: because I knew I'd see my friends here at school. And that always hooks them. I don't talk about it too much in the first song or the first time. I will just show them some pictures to kind of explain the song after and kind of be like, okay, here's kind of what I sang about, and then I move on. And from there, like, I will teach them little movements and I will teach them how to sing the song. So we go from there, but it just always hooks them. It puts a little smile on their face, especially with the ukulele. So if you were interested in that song, learning how to play it with the chords and the melody, I'm going to try and write it down with the chord structure. And then I also have a video on my Instagram that you could check out where I kind of go down again in more depth how to play it on the ukulele and how to sing it. The second lesson idea I have for you is just doing some silly songs. So maybe you open with your welcome song, you talk through a rule. I always talk through, please raise your hand. That's my very first rule. And then also please play instruments when I ask you to, when it's okay, for the younger students. And then after that, I might go into kind of a silly song. And I found this from David Rao last year, and it's called the Stand Up, Sit Down song. And it's very cute. It gets them moving, but it still has them staying in their spot, because sometimes it can be a little scary, especially with kindergarten, having them moving around the room. So moving in a stationary spot. And what I do, because I don't have chairs, stand up, sit down. If you have chairs, it's perfect. Essentially, it's a silly song that tells you to stand up and sit down. I'll link it down below in the description for you guys. It's hilarious. It's very cute. And also it's kind of like a get to know you song. It'll say like, stand up if you have a brother. And so you stand up, sit back down again, stand up if you have a sister, right? And so it kind of shows non-verbally a little bit about stand up if you have a dog at home, stand up if you have a cat. And so the kids can kind of share with non-verbally about themselves by standing up. And so for this, because I don't have chairs, I have them sit on the floor. What I'll do is I'll say, okay, everyone, we're going to practice sitting down. The sitting down is actually going to be hands on knees. So they just kind of hands on knees and then stand back up. And it gets faster and faster, lots of giggles and lots of movement. So I will link that below. It's a really cute song. Another thing that I will do that very first day sounds so simple, but I have students, I get them in their seating chart, and then I say, okay, we're going to start practicing remembering where we're supposed to sit. We're also going to practice walking around the room. And so like I just said, sometimes it's a little scary. Maybe you don't do it with kindergarten. Maybe you do it just with your 1st and 2nd graders. But I do it with my kindergartners. And for the most part, it's okay. but we talk about how to move around the room. I'm not going to bore you with my movement rules. I have them in my previous video. You can check it out. I'll link the card up here for that. And so we go through our movement rules, and then I say, okay, and I play the piano, just a little quick little ditty, and they walk around the room. And when I stop the piano, they need to walk back to their spot. We talk about walking and not running, sitting down carefully, not jumping into our seat and sitting down or sliding into our seat. We want to keep ourselves safe. And so it's a really good way to kind of train them remembering where their spot is, and also have a good teachable moment of like how we're supposed to walk back to our seats, because we're going to have transitions like that all of the time. So it seems not like a game, but it really does feel like a game for them, and they get to kind of get up and moving again, and then also remembering their spot. Another quick little game is Cinderella Dressed in Yellow. So I get out my tubano. I only have two, so it's not something that I like have students use very much, and so they're very excited. And let me scoot back here. So I take my tubano and I teach them the Cinderella Dressed in Yellow rhyme. So Cinderella dressed in yellow went upstairs to kiss her fella, made a mistake and kissed a snake. How many doctors did it take? Right, so I teach them that. And I say, okay, I'm going to play on my drum. How many doctors had to come help poor Cinderella after she kissed a snake? And a lot of times I will show visuals on it won't have the words on it, but they'll just be pictures of the rhyme to, again, help, those brains remember and make connections so they remember the rhyme faster. So then I'll play and I'll be like, okay, everyone, let's see if we can figure it out. Right? And so then I get raised hands, they get a guess. If the kid gets it right, they get to come back up and they get to play how many. So we say Cinderella Dressed in Yellow again, and then they play how many ever they want. I say 1 to 10. It's kind of hard again with kindergarten to like the concept of numbers and things like that are still kind of new for them. So we try and, and we also talk about that you have to, give a little bit of space in between them so that kids can actually count. If you're just like this, it's going to be tricky. But you just kind of play off whatever they do, and the students have to guess, and then we have a new person come up, and we just can play a few rotations of that, and it's a really quick game. And finally, last but not least, I like to end with a book, and the book that I love is all over Instagram, and it is All Are Welcome Here. There is a little piece of the music, and I think maybe 042 Tuna Orf had it on her vlog, but it always ends, it's all about like different kids at school and that our differences make us special, and there's lots of similarities about us. What do we do at school? But it always ends with all are welcome here, and so we just teach that with a little song. All are welcome here, right? Time for lunch, what a spread, a dozen different kinds of bread. Pass it around till everyone's fed. All are welcome here, right? And so I sing it to them, but they always join in with the all are welcome here. And I probably sing a little bit higher than what I started. It's the morning, I'm a little tired here. And then finally, the last thing, if you have game plan, or you don't, the kindergarten book is gold. There's a beginning of the year farm unit where they introduce every lesson, kind of has a theme around a certain farm animal. You do some activities with it, but you also introduce a certain instrument along with that animal. And so I have found, especially with the younger kids, they get in here and right away they're like, when are we playing that? When are we playing that? What's that? What's that, right? There's so many things to think about, so many things to look at. So I like to get an instrument in their hand the very first day. And it's very quick activity and game plan. You like sing this little song, they play a few times in the song, and I start with just rhythm sticks, really simple, but they're very excited and very happy to play an instrument on the very first day. Those are all my lesson ideas for you on the very first day. I think with elementary, especially lower L, that first day can keep it very simple. Very short, quick little things to get, kids engaged, but also making sure that you are practicing routines and starting to get expectations set for them. And so they have a little bit of both and they know what to expect from you and have a great time. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.